Hi, if you don't know me, I'm Nick, and I am the Director of Student Ministries here at SCF. I wanted to take some time and talk to you about some of the opportunities you will have to engage deeper in the spiritual life of your student as a parent. As you might know, starting on April 28th, we'll be moving to one service at 10 a.m. for everyone from 6th grade and older. What I love about this is that you as a family have the opportunity to step into the main spiritual influence of your student's life. You have heard us talk at SCF that 1 hour a week cannot be enough for your faith, and that is absolutely true for your student as well. So let me break down what a Sunday morning in our service can look like, with you intentionally walking alongside your student as we pursue Jesus together. Whether you want to sit as a family, or if your student would like to join us in the student section, which will be the front 3 rows below the Next Steps banner, I know this. I know your student will be looking to you as an example in worship. And I don't say this to scare you, but to encourage you. Being in the same room, worshiping together, you will become a model of what it looks like to worship Jesus inside and outside this building. Be aware of this, and don't shy away from talking about where you saw Jesus move in your life with your students. As you know, every week the ushers hand out teaching notes at the door. Encourage your student to take a copy and follow along in the teaching. Then, follow up with them. Ask them what impacted them about the teaching. Share what impacted you. It can be this simple. On the drive home, ask your students what they learned from the teaching. And again, share what you learned with them as well. And if you ever need help on what to ask, feel free to use the questions on the back of the teaching notes as a guide. Doing this on a consistent basis will begin to normalize talking about faith in the family and further strengthen the relationship where you are the primary spiritual influence in your student's life. And as always, feel free to talk to us for support and ideas on how we can help you in this. Each week, we encourage you to take the appropriate next steps in your faith. And as we looked at what the next steps for us in choosing community could look like, we decided to encourage our students to join us in the youth room after service to connect with their peers and the youth leaders. This half hour of hangout time allows for your students' community of support to grow. Yes, you are the primary spiritual influence in your student's life. But by engaging in this time to connect, your student creates the opportunity to add other adults and peers into their community with the goal of supporting their faith. And for you, we know community is important too. And we hope you will engage in choosing community in the cafe with your peers as well during this time. We also understand that there are times where the topics and issues that will need to be discussed in a youth setting. We all know in middle school and high school, life stage is different, and the topics are best discussed with peers and in discussion groups. This is why we are continuing to have a youth service every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 8 p.m., where we will both have a teaching time as well as a small group discussion time in a setting that is unique to the culture and experience of our youth. We understand that our students' schedules are busy, and there will be seasons where you may not be able to attend both our Sunday events and our Wednesday night events. But as you step into the role of being the primary spiritual influence in your student's life, we want to support you and help you. And making it a priority for your student to engage in a body of believers helps. I would encourage you to make following Jesus a priority in your family. And I hope to see you on Sundays and Wednesdays as we move forward together.